rising star number 6. Am I right? 6? Is this rising star number 6? Funny thing happens sometimes on the way to financial independence. This may be a first. Were you deeply moved by Sandy Moss's story, single mom? If you weren't, then you're an anvil. A single mom doing what she has done. And you can come up with all kinds of excuses. Well, yeah, but, well, yeah, but. No, there are no well, yeah, buts. She wrapped her arms around an opportunity. She prayed about it, I suppose, and she went to work. But in addition to all of that, what she had were 3 strong reasons. And let me tell you something, success in AdvoCare is not about how much you know. It's how you feel about what you know. Her strong reasons were daughter number 3, daughter number 2, and daughter number 1. What are your strong emotional reasons? What causes you to have to make this work? And if it's just to make a little extra money, well, what's interesting here is everybody in AdvoCare has an upline sponsor or an upline leader. And surely Sandy Moss has one. This next, this next rising star is from Colorado. She began January of 2012. January 10th, 2012. You never know what's going to happen when you decide to get involved in something and make a few $100 extra a month. You never know. That is true for the upline, not sponsor, not direct line, but for an upline distributorship that resulted in Sandy Moss. Help me welcome Megan and Jason Herrera.
We're just incredibly humbled for this opportunity. Because the truth is, we never believed we'd be up here. Because we're just 2 ordinary people. Just 2 ordinary people who did everything we were supposed to do since day one. Our parents told us, go to college, and we went. We finished with our bachelor's degrees, and they said, get your master's. So we did that. But on our way there, doing all of that, no one mentioned that we were going to struggle. And that's exactly what happened. We were struggling month to month just to make it. But that's when AdvoCare came into our life.
When AdvoCare found us, I wasn't looking for an opportunity. I wasn't looking for income. I wasn't looking for a plan A. I wasn't even looking for plan B or C or D. I saw the 24-day challenge, and we were engaged. I knew we were going to look at those pictures for the rest of our lives, and I wanted to be happy with what I saw. You can see my beautiful husband over here wearing a slim suit for the first time in his life. and he looks amazing. But what that 24-day challenge did was it opened some doors. And like Jason said, we were broke. We were teachers, loved what we did, but we didn't have the paycheck to survive. So I saw the discount for a product. Okay, we'll do it. I saw a couple $100 to help pay for our wedding, to help pay for our honeymoon. That's all I saw at that point.
And her direct quote was, I'm going to sign us up for the discount. If anything, we'll get our products at a bigger discount. They'll be cheaper. But also, I'm going to try to make a little extra money to offset the cost it took to get us involved. But also, I'm going to try to offset the cost for our wedding and for our honeymoon. And I said, go ahead, baby. I don't want nothing to do with this business. I don't want nothing to do with this business. I have my master's degree. I'm in education. I have my master's to be a principal. I'm going to do that. And I just said, just do your thing because, I don't want nothing to do with this business. And I had pounded that in her so much that we were not going to do this business. We were not going to do this business. And bless her heart, she just kept sharing. She kept working with people. She kept talking to people. And before you knew it, we earned an all-expense-paid trip to the Arizona Biltmore. And what most people don't know is that right before that, I had gotten her to the point where she said, okay, we're done. We're going to quit. We'll be out of it. We called our good friends, our best friends, Rob and Kayla, and we told them, we're not going to do this business. And that was tough, but we said, no, we're not going to do it. But, then we had the opportunity, and we said, we're just going to go to Arizona. We're just going to go there, and this will be the last thing we're going to do. We're not going to do nothing else after the Biltmore. Well, funny thing happened at the Biltmore.
Jason's right. We had the chance to sit down with people just like us, people just like you. We are no different than every single one of you sitting here. And we heard story after story of what Advocare was doing. Let me take you back to when I was a little girl, and I dreamed. I had two dreams. One was to be a teacher, and the other was to be a stay-at-home mom one day. I loved my job as a teacher, and I still love teaching. I took a 1-year leave of absence because I didn't know if I was going to be able to walk away. When I went in June and packed up my classroom this year, I cried the whole time. My heart is in teaching, but what I get to do now is stay home and teach the most important little boy in our life, and that's our son, Max. When we came home from Arizona and we heard all these stories, what Advocare was doing, we saw a vision, and we knew eventually, we would have a family, but what we didn't know was God had a different plan, and we found out we were pregnant 4 months later. And when that happened, I knew we had to get the ball moving, and we needed to do it quick because there was no way I was going to put that baby in daycare for a single day of his life. And he hasn't been. I've been home every day, which was amazing, and that was my dream. But what I can tell you was this past year of Max's life, I had to send pictures and video messages to his daddy when he crawled, when he laughed, when he smiled, because he wasn't home. He was pouring into other kids, but he was missing out on his own son, and that wasn't okay. So I can tell you right now, from this day forward, Max has 2 parents at home every single day. And I would be lying to every single one of you if I told you it was easy to leave him at home and come here. I cried all the way to the airport, and I told Jason to go alone. I was going to stay home. But what I knew was taking a few days to come here means that we get to be home with Max. every single day. And whether you have kids or you don't have kids, find what is going to fuel you, find what is going to motivate you, and fight for that. Thank you.
Thanks. The Herrera